So this law will bring both England and Wales in line with Scotland, who actually already passed the law on upskirting in 2010. Now, Gina Martin, who you just mentioned there, she spent 2 years highlighting this cause. As you rightly said, she started off when a man took a picture of her crotch at the British Summertime Festival, said 18 months ago. And since then, she went to the police and she tried to get him arrested. However, she found out there wasn't actually a specific crime that was being committed. It was either voyeurism or a case of outraging public decency. Now, both of those would require a witness or some kind of film to prove it. So it was then that she decided that she wanted to take this further, and she got a petition signed and she took it all the way through the courts. So now it's gone to the House of Lords, who have agreed that it can be passed through Parliament. Now, all it needs now is Royal Assent. When I spoke to her earlier, I asked her about it being part of the Sexual Offences Act of 2003, and she said that she's glad that it's going to be part of this wider act, because it means that the police and prosecutors will be able to do their job properly.
It makes it really easy for prosecutors and the police to understand it and use it, and it also means that we're taking this really seriously. We're categorising this as a sexual offence. Obviously there's lots of different levels of punishment dependent on the act. It's a case-by-case basis, like with anything, but this is a sexual offence. This is non-consensual photos of people's genitals or, crotchal area. It's a serious thing, and it's part of a bigger problem. So the Voyeurism Offences Act, as this is called now, and being added to the Sexual Offences Act of 2003 is the perfect place for it. It makes it a really usable, fit-for-purpose law. I feel very emotional. I've been crying on and off for the last 12 hours. It's an amazing thing because it's been 2 years or 18 months of exhaustive work, and I didn't ever really know if I'd get to the point where we would really do it. I worked so hard on this. So being here today and having it past its last stage and going to Royal Assent imminently is just the best feeling in the world. It's huge. There's a lot of people out there who need this law, and now they're going to have it, and that's just the best feeling. That's huge.
Gina Martin there holding the bill which she was responsible for. Many people might remember this story because at one point this bill was blocked and it made a lot of headlines at the time.
Absolutely. So there's actually summer just gone, and it was a Conservative member, Christopher Chope, who said he objected to this bill. Now, it turns out he actually hadn't read the bill itself, but he just wanted a full debate because he didn't think that it was okay to just pass a bill without actually criticising it and finding out more details. However, that was kind of overturned because the government intervened and they helped push back the campaign to make sure that it went through the House of Lords, and hence today when we've got the bill coming out. And as I mentioned there again earlier, it will be the Royal Assent that needs to be signed off, and that's expected in spring. But Gina told me earlier that after this is all going to be done and dusted, that she plans to go around schools and help police and make sure that people are understanding what truly is upskirting.
So I'm going to be working with the police to do training around the new law, making sure that this law is implemented and used easily and as effectively as possible. And then I'm going to be doing a lot of work with kids. I'm going to schools to talk to kids about consent, about upskirting, about sexual harassment. And I'm going to be working with a very big brand to make music spaces safer for people. So festivals, clubs, gigs. There's a lot of work we need to do, and to be able to have the platform I have now, having done this, I can really make an active difference and partner with some big people to make people safer now. So that's what I'm going to be doing.